MG Basketball strives to inspire and challenge coaches at every level so they may serve those they coach, teach, and mentor with excellence. Analytics in professional sports, in an effort to be more competitive, has really influenced and shaped who coaches play and how coaches substitute, their offensive and defensive philosophies, and how front offices draft. There have been many studies regarding the influence and effectiveness of analytics in professional and college sports. The NBA has gone to analytics in a huge way. Almost every NBA team has invested millions of dollars in an effort to gain an edge, however so slight. According to one study at Merrimack College, data is collected using cameras that record all 10 players, their movements, as well as the ball's movement 25 times per second. Let's look at four ways the NBA has leveraged data analytics. Number one, fatigue. Teams pay great attention now to fatigue players because they want their best players in at the end of the game. So substituting early is really important. This becomes even more enhanced with an 82 game regular season. And for teams that are going to make the playoffs, even more so. Number two, injuries. Players tend to get hurt when they play fatigued. Players now wear monitors during practice and games to measure performance and fatigue. Um, the player's saliva is tested. It's an indicator of fatigue. Lastly, players' diets and sleep habits are monitored to help maximize performance. A healthy player performs better. Number three, the draft. An NBA team has some flexibility filling a roster with the help of free agency, but making a wrong choice in the draft can really set the team back years. Data from college and high school is analyzed. Synergy helps tremendously in this area. The number of fields analyzed is incredible. Teams are not just looking for points per game, field goal percentage, 3-point field goal percentage, free throw percentage, rebounds per game, or block shots, assists, steals, but points per possession, where the highest percentage shots come from, and shooting percentages from those shots. In 2012, NBA teams were averaging 18 3-point shot attempts per game. Today, NBA teams are averaging more than 36 3-point attempts per game. On average, the teams that take the most threes score the most points. Number four, NBA analytics and matchups. Analytics just doesn't play a factor in substitutions, but defensive matchups. They can point to where the opponent has the most success on the floor and adjust matchups accordingly given their personnel strengths in defending a certain area of the court. In addition, analytics plays a factor in offensive attacks such as long range shots versus mid range shots versus drives and shots in the paint. The use of analytics is still very young. It's hard not to see its influence. Watch the baseball movie Moneyball, and you'll come away impressed with how effective knowing the numbers can be. Old school coaches still contend there's a place for good old fashioned feel for the game and gut instincts, but it's hard to argue the numbers, especially when they're right on. This is Marty Gross for MG Basketball, nothing but net.